Hello, dear friend. For this presentation, please assume the role as a student at a real estate school, because I'll be sharing with you what most likely you would be taught to memorize 1 acre equals 43,560 square feet versus what I'll be sharing with you as a true path of least resistance way to memorize and remember. We only need one example to truly understand the complexity and the burden that is upon America's children, teenagers, and teachers. I myself, in school, sat as a child as I heard about this teacher who was the person who could help us to memorize and remember to pass that real estate exam. I had a card catalog, I guess you could call it, of over 1,000 terms, yet this was the one I kept hearing about and hearing students struggle to understand. This is what's taught. Does this look like the path of least resistance for memorizing and remember 1 acre equals 43,560 square feet? Sit and think as a child would, and that's what I did to truly understand that in America's K-12 public education, there is a misunderstanding of what it actually takes, the energy, the effort it takes to memorize and remember. That misunderstanding naturally creates a struggle, which naturally creates suffering, which naturally creates pain. When we get to pain, we only have really two choices, the two relative points. Either first, we're going to recede, otherwise known as drop out of education, or second, we're going to move forward, aggressively move forward in some way to combat what is negative. So outward attack in some way. Rarely does a person just continue to take the pain. They either move away or move forward. Within this, I sat very quietly to understand as a child, well, 7 plus 0. That didn't get me to where I needed to go, wanted to go, had to go. 6 plus 1. That didn't get me down the correct trail either. Let me jump down farther. 1 plus 6. That didn't do it. I'm starting to struggle. I'm starting to get tired. Let's jump to the 11. Well, 10 plus 1. That didn't do it. That path hit a dead end. 5 plus 6. I got there. I got lucky. Whew. Okay. That's basically, if we think as a child, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 possibilities, 8 paths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 possibilities, 12 paths, 8 plus 12, 20, plus the donut. We can't forget about the donut. 21 possibilities. If we do the math, 8 plus 10 equals 80, 8 plus 2 equals 16, 96 possibilities trying to find our way, navigate our way to 1 acre equals 43,560 square feet. 8 plus 10, 16, 96, what do we say, 97? Now, help me to understand we need to erase this complexity and truly understand a path of least resistance method for memorizing and remembering 1 acre equals 43,560 square feet. Where do we start? In memorizing, always have a place to go. The question is 1 acre. We start with 1. Current reality. Are we looking carefully at the current reality of this equation? Being able to picture is also very important. So we start with 1, we then picture 2 feet in reality, stuck in the ground, 1 acre. We open our eyes, 1, 2 feet, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh! That's our acre. Do you need to rehearse this? Sometimes in memorizing, we have to rehearse a little bit, have a little more animated action. Is that rememberable? for both memorizing and creating current reality. As Robert Fritz says, his quote, "Current reality is an acquired taste." When I first saw this number, I recognized that unique pattern. But I was thrown off track by this other method as the best way, the known way. Google, how to remember 1 acre equals 43,560 square feet. This is how the expert was teaching this to me, the child, the student. So I got bumped off. Finally, I got back on and said, wait a minute, the principles of memorizing, very simple. So once again, the misunderstanding naturally creates suffering, struggle, which naturally creates suffering, which naturally creates pain, which then leads us to two paths. Fall away and reject education, aggressively move forward to stamp down, put out that which is causing pain. Those are the two choices our students currently have. How many are in that middle way saying, hey, 1 acre equals 43, a 7-Eleven and a donut makes sense to me? As a child, it didn't make sense to me. So the difference is the two images. The first image, very complex, 97, was it, possibilities, paths that we would need to travel to get to our destination of remembering, compared to one image that's stuck for good, stuck for life. If you agree, please like, comment, and share, because this is the poster child for understanding that which seems so complex, seems so difficult to get our arms around, our minds around, our hands around, in reality is very simple. We know from Einstein and Mr. Steve Jobs, thinking simply, simple is much more difficult than complex thinking. So simple, simple, simple. Thank you very much for participating. And again, I hope you choose to share, like, and comment.